New training program starts today. Let's fucking go. I'm freaking hyped. Never been this excited before for our training program. Gonna do some absolutely brand new things that I've never done before and going to make this as minimal and effective as possible, just for recovery's sake. So, see you in the clips.
What's good, guys? I think we're locked in and ready to go. Yeah, official, week one of prep training. Gonna go through a lot of these clips with you. I'm gonna try to catch up to where I'm currently at right now. Like currently, I am 1 week and also 1 week from the practice show, 5 weeks and 6 weeks out from all three of my shows that are planned for this season, or in other words, my first season. And what you just saw was a top set of the incline barbell bench press. This is and has been a staple throughout this entire prep. It is something that I'm probably going to keep in even after prep. I really enjoy this movement. The way the training is set up, at least like with the first movement on these training days, because prior to prep training, we were roughly training about like 5 to 6 days a week. We've dropped that down to now 4 days a week. I have 2 days on Monday and Tuesday. I take a little rest, and then Thursday and Friday I finish off the training. So yeah, I mean, the way this works essentially with the first movement, because they are strength focused movements, I do a top set of 1 at about an RPE of at least a 7.5. If I can continue and get below that, and 7.5 essentially is like 2 reps for sure left in the tank, possibly a third. If it ever dips below that, like a 6.5 or a 7, where I know for a fact I can get 3 reps, I will increase the weight on that top set. And then I do these drop down sets 1 minute after. And then I do one. So basically, I do the top set first. I wait a minute. I load up the new weight, and then I do that new weight, which is typically lower. It alternates week to week. This is another top set with the RDL 345. Currently doing 355, which is dope. So we are seeing progress here. But essentially, like I said before, top set, then depending on the exercise, at least 2 to 3 drop down sets with the same weight. And there's 1 minute between the top set and each of the drop down sets. I hope that was pretty clear. I might put something on the screen just to make it a little bit more clearer, because I definitely rambled there with the prep brain I got going on. But anyway, yeah, this is the other movement that I am currently focusing on for that specific scheme of progression. It is the RDL. Like I've said before, top five movement for me. Yeah, these look quite crispy, I might say. Also, that 345 was like nice. Unfortunately, things don't feel. Oh shit. Yeah, I almost biffed that. These particularly are quite tiring on this day, which is technically like my back day plus calves and somewhat hamstrings, or I guess posterior dominant day. These are quite taxing. I'm only doing 2 drop down sets after the first top set, just because the RDLs they're a lot, but they're good. Man, I love these, honestly. After this, I am going to show you guys a little bit of some of the accessory work as well. At some point, you'll probably see all the training, but this is something that has also been added in on this day. And it's about at the latter end of all my back exercises. It's just back extensions. This form, I would say, is okay. It is something that I did hold on to up until like maybe 2 weeks ago. So it's changed a little bit. And we'll kind of go over that as these videos start to get pumped out, because they're going to get pumped out pretty quickly, just so I can catch up to where I'm currently at right now and kind of give you guys a bit more just like raw takes as to how things are currently going. I'm trying to like refrain from talking about anything currently, just so I can save that for the training logs that are current. But yeah, same exact thing here. With actually, I haven't even mentioned this, but outside of the top set and drop down sets for the first exercise, most of my accessory work is Myo-reps. We're doing Myo-reps on this, and everything's based on RPE, rate of perceived exertion, or RIR for some folks, um, just another term for it. But yeah, those are kept in, and we got the OHP as well. Some of you guys are very nice and comment on my delts, which is very nice. Uh, saying that they're 3D or whatever. I appreciate those comments, but I don't believe so myself. But I do believe the delts are a stronger muscle group for me, and I feel like I owe a lot of their sort of development to this exercise because I have been doing this for years. I like this exercise has gone in and out. It's been substituted with dumbbells occasionally, seated, and or even like single arm standing. But I don't know. I wouldn't say like this is probably like the most hypertrophic exercise, but it definitely, I don't know, it does something to you, like just emotionally, I guess. And same thing here. We're doing yeah, I just want to make some eye contact with you guys in that clip. But yeah, we're same exact thing here. This is the third day in my training program, and this is the first exercise that I do on this day. I would say this day is a little bit easier in comparison to some of the other ones, but sometimes I forget in terms of the accessory work. But then I walk in and I realize I have to do the OHP, and I'm like, fuck, because it is tiring. And these have 3 drop down sets with that one top set of a single. But yeah, this is how that is looking, and also the form here, it's fine. This is the form that I have been using for most of my training years. However, it's been modified. Things are getting modified over time as my leverages sort of change and body fat seems to disappear. And yeah, but anyway, also bringing this in as well. My coach really wanted me to include these just so I have something to kind of hit failure on. Again, Myo-reps with these as well. And I believe so with the Myo-reps, I might have covered this in a past video, but I'm just going to go over it again for anybody that's new. It's 1 activation set, so 1 normal set, taken to at least 2 reps left in the tank or an RPE of 8. And then I take 5 breaths, and then after those 5 breaths, I hit another set. If you're doing this properly, because that next set is taken to failure, and then the other cluster set following the 5 breaths after that first cluster set is taken to beyond failure, where I'm basically doing a rep to failure and then trying for another one, hoping to get it, but never really finishing the entire rep. If you are doing this properly, the reps are going to cut in half, just based on the amount of intensity and little to no break between. It's just like a nice little way to cut down on time, as well as also, for you people that are scared of fatigue, it does sort of get into like those effective reps territory. I would say like where we're really, really pushing it to failure, close to or even beyond it. And same thing goes for this one. At the start of my prep training, I was really dealing with some pretty bad elbow tendonitis. So we're only doing, 1 activation set here and then 1 set, or I guess 1 cluster set right after. And you're actually going to see this whole thing kind of play out. So yeah, I'm doing my whole activation set. I'm taking it to an RP of 8, so I have at least 2 reps left in the tank. And yeah, and for these, also I do kind of push it sometimes just because it's only 2 sets, where I will take it to an RP of 9. But yeah, we're going right here. Got the 5 breaths in between, like so, and then right into that activation set. And And let me see here. I have like my spreadsheet in front of me. But if I go to week 1, and so that first set, I did 13 reps. Wait, did I? No. That's the wrong day. Yeah, I did 13 reps. No, we're good. And then this was only taken to like 4.5 reps. So quite the. Is that actually correct? Wait, let me look back at this. Yeah, that's crazy. Quite the drop in reps. So that just kind of goes to show like how effective the Myo-reps are in terms of reaching that level of intensity that you really want to reach, that is super hypertrophic. But also too, like, we're trying to really gauge the progress I'm making. And it's the same thing with my leg extensions. First activation set, or actually I think that was a cluster set. And this is my final cluster set. Dude, I don't know. For my recent trip in Japan, we sort of met this guy at one of the gyms, and he had us like spread our legs, and then as the contraction level, the peak contraction, we're bringing the legs in, and it's killer. But this is the end of the video. For the most part, yeah, that's Jesus. Those are killer, man. Like I hate leg extensions at this point in time, which is probably a good thing. But anyway, yeah, that's first week of training. I just wanted to bang this out for you guys because I'm gonna be pumping these out as quickly as I can, and this will probably get uploaded. What is it? Yeah, 1, 5, and 6 weeks out. It's probably get uploaded tomorrow. So expect probably videos every other day. I'm gonna try. Is that doable? Fuck it. I'm gonna make it doable. Yeah. See you in 2 days.